Hi friends, anyone who knows me knows that I love a beautiful pretty burger, but to have a beautiful pretty burger it has to have beautiful baps. Right, let's make some bread buns, or baps. So I've got £1 in weight of flour, I've got a quarter ounce of salt, I've got just over an ounce of sugar, I've got half ounce of yeast, 1.5 ounces of melted butter, an egg, and 8 fluid ounces of lukewarm water. Right, we're going to start by mixing the dry ingredients. So let's just put them all in together, minus the glass chippings from banging the glass. Just mix them up together so that they're all nicely mixed. And then add your wet ingredients. Put in a dough hook. And I'm going to mix this for about 6 minutes on that heat, on that speed, and we'll have a look at it in a moment, in 6 to 7 minutes. Alright friends. Right, we've had about 6 minutes here. As you can see, it's all mixed up beautifully, and we've got what is an incredibly elasticated dough. Perfect for these amazing buns. So what I'm going to do, turn that to... I've greased a bowl, and I'm just going to drop this dough now into this bowl that I've pre-oiled, and I'm going to have to cover it over and leave it in a warm place on a windowsill or something like that for about 2 hours, if I can ever get it out of the bowl. There you go. It's so elasticy, it's so sticky, I don't bother touching it at this point, because otherwise it just sticks to your fingers. This is going to fill the bowl. Right, we'll have a look at it in 2 hours. Right, you can see that this dough has risen beautifully. I've had it on the windowsill. Now it's actually only been, how long's it been, Jack? It's been about an hour and a half, as opposed to the 2 hours, but because it was rising so rapidly, it's filled the bowl. Wow, that is absolutely amazing. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put a little bit of oil onto this chopping board, which I'll then spread around with a piece of paper towel. I'll empty out the bowl. And then I'm just going to divide this dough up into 8 equal portions, fairly equal portions, and then we'll have a look at it then. Right, when you've got them equally, well, fairly equally weighed out, what you want to do, just get them in your hand and just pull them round from the top to the bottom like this. It's like it's a bit of a, look at that, you can see now that it's turned into a round sort of bap-like shape. At which point, when you've got them something like that, you just want to get a baking tray. You can oil it, but I use one of these silicone paper things. You could use greaseproof paper. Can you see that, Jack?
Yeah.
And just put them on like that. I'm going to do the other 7, and then I'll recover them and leave them for another hour. Right, so you can see how these 8 baps have risen beautifully once again. So now all I'm going to do, I'm just going to gently put on an egg wash. You want to be fairly gentle with it. Do it to all of them, just pause it son. Right, and when you've done that, obviously we're going to need some good sesame seeds on these. So put a good dose of sesame seeds on each one. And then I'm going to put them into the oven. It's set at 200 degrees centigrade, so about 400 Fahrenheit. I'm going to bake them until they're golden brown. It usually takes about 10 minutes, but just keep an eye on them, don't overdo them, and we'll have a look at them as we get them out. See you in a moment, friends. Right friends, look at these beautiful burger buns, absolutely beautiful. They've taken about 12 minutes at 200 degrees centigrade, 400 Fahrenheit. I'm just going to leave them for about 10-15 minutes just to cool down, and then we'll separate them, have a cut into them and have a look. Right, so we've left them to cool for a little bit. Let's just get a spatula in and separate them up. As you can see from the move, oh man, these are the lightest, most beautiful baps you're going to get. Let's cut in. They're still quite warm. Look at that. Seriously, look at that. You don't get much better than, you will never get better than that in the shop. Do you want to taste some? Come on, come round. Nothing like a bit of warm bread. Here, take that, cameraman. I'll have a bit as well. Look at that. Do you see how it just tears? Seriously, friends. Oh man. Unbelievable, beautiful bread. Oh. Friends, this is really easy to do. Have a go at it. Don't bother buying bread buns in shops anymore because it's rubbish. Make it at home, you don't have to wear a mask. Unless you want to. We're going to make some beautiful burgers now using these beautiful burger buns. So, there you go.
To be continued, friends.